Recently, the newspaper in Durango, Colorado, published an article in which local abortionist Richard Grossman was asked when he thought life begins. His answer was that he believes in the strength, intellect, and fortitude of women, and that they are the ones who make that decision. He went on to say that it is the woman who empowers the fetus. Now, as we all know, the pro-life community is constantly accused of relying on nonsensical religious beliefs and superstitions for our opinions, while the abortion lobby is hailed as a group of intellectuals devoted to logic and science. Yet here was a practicing baby killer making one of the most moronic statements you'll ever hear, and the journalist who wrote this puff piece on him never asked him to back it up. Obviously, as a member of the mainstream media, this reporter knew better than to question the party line on abortion. In any event, to appreciate the sheer idiocy of this contention that women must be allowed to decide when the lives of their children have begun, imagine two children who are conceived at the same moment. 3 months later, one mother talks to her about her baby, knows its sex, has named it, and has even seen it on an ultrasound screen. The other mother believes that the life of her child hasn't begun yet and decides to have it killed by abortion. The pro-choice argument is that both of these mothers are correct, despite the fact that it is physically impossible for that to be the case. Also, if women are going to be the ones who decide when life begins, why should they lose that right simply by giving birth? Let's say that there's a woman who sincerely believes that life doesn't begin until speech is possible, and she kills her 3-month-old daughter. Should she be charged with murder? What makes her belief that life begins at speech any less valid than another woman's belief that life begins in the second trimester or at birth or at any other arbitrarily chosen point? And what gives society the right to charge this woman with murder? After all, if she claims that the life of her child has not yet begun, and she's the one who gets to make that decision, by definition, she did not commit a murder. Or is it our contention that only pregnant women have this mystical ability to know when life begins, and somehow they lose that ability at the moment they are no longer pregnant? Like you've heard me say 1,000,000 times before, the entire pro-choice position is a testament to the fact that the human brain is the only organism in nature that has the ability to intentionally deceive itself. And if you want another example of that, in this same article, Grossman said that the reason he does abortions is because he's a Christian.